What's up, everyone? I'm here having my coffee, catching up with some work, and also want to talk about the newest thing that I just did. Uh, just released at the Body by Chosen YouTube channel a little tutorial on how to do muscle ups and how to do straight muscle ups. It just basically talks about the technical aspect and the strength aspect. And I want to go over in this video a little bit more in depth about things that maybe I didn't cover in the video, or that I missed out, or that was hard to really fit in to the sort of time limit that we had. First of all, I talked about what a muscle up is and sort of how it should look like, and then got a little bit into the technique, which I always sort of break down into three parts, which are activation, trajectory, and timing. Okay, activation, basically, I said that it talks about how and in what order you activate each muscle, and what to start first, what fire up first, what to engage, what not to engage, and how to do it. A lot of people start with a kip, and then they bring their hips up, and then they bring their shoulders up, and that's not how you want to do it. You want to start at the very point where you're holding the bar. So everything starts from the wrist, forms, and then goes down all the way to your feet. So that's very important, because that is what will set up a lot of the other technical aspects of it, like trajectory and timing. Okay, so again, you want to start from your arms, from the pull, not from a kip. Okay, a lot of people do pull, kip, and then hips. Not good either. Okay, pull, and then you can work every other part of your body down. Okay, then trajectory. Okay, this is very, very, very important, because I see it a lot. And it's essentially how you go up and over the bar. If you're very close to the bar, you're essentially gonna hit the bar as soon as you go up. Like, there's no way up here that your chest is gonna allow you to go over. So a lot of people try to do a pull-up, and then they get stuck in this position. And unless you have like crazy form strength, or like you've done this before, you won't be able to get up. So what to do in this situation? What you want to do is like legit just launch yourself back. So instead of going up in a vertical motion, you're going to be going up in a diagonal motion. That's why you'll see that every muscle up, it doesn't matter if it's a kipping muscle up, power muscle up, like calisthenics, like it doesn't matter. You're going to have a little bit of a swing. You even see like a lot of the guys who do like sets of pull-ups, and then they stop, and then they have a little bit of a swing, and then that top point of the swing, as soon as they're going to start going back, is when they start launching themselves behind the bar and then over the bar. So that's trajectory. And then timing. Timing essentially puts all of these technical aspects together and allows you to, activate the muscles and run them through the trajectory that we just talked about. So again, if you imagine you are swinging back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, okay? You want to take that top part of your motion right there, and as soon as you start coming back, that's when you want to pull, okay? So if your timing is off, you'll find that you'll start pulling when you still have a forward motion, and it'll kind of get you stuck, or you will do it a little bit too late and you'll lose all the momentum that you might have. Now, how to lose that momentum? You probably are going to start as a beginner having a lot of swing, and little by little narrowing it down, getting your timing right, getting all the muscles engaged properly at the right time. And with that, you'll have a lot of options in terms of, how much you practice it, like how tired are you, what type of bar are you using. So there's a lot of things that go into it. After the technical part, which is basically that ATT, activation, trajectory, and timing, we have all the strength exercises that you can do for it. So a big one is form strength. Like, I don't know if you can see, but pretty big forms. And it's because every exercise that I do, front levers, pull-ups, muscle ups, I do it with an overhand grip. And like, don't get it confused. Like, overhand grip is not a false grip. Okay, is like, because you're not holding like this. I'm not holding with like this part. I'm actually still holding with my hand. I'm just activating my forearms. There's a difference between holding like palms forward and then the bar coming here, palms forward, and then holding like this with your wrists facing down, or like pointing down, and then your forearm doesn't activate properly, as opposed to going like this. Okay, so this not only will give you the forearm strength, but will also give you that bit of leverage. So you see from this position, if I were to rotate from here over, I already have a pretty good, you know, difference in terms of transitioning from the bottom part to the top part. So it's a little bit of less work, so why not help yourself, right? Another thing is the wide grip. A lot of people start with like a pull-up grip, which is, it tends to be a little bit wider, and that just kind of causes this flaring out of the elbows and going over with your shoulders. It also causes the sort of the chicken wing. So that is part of what, you know, bringing your elbows back and throwing your body forward will help out with. What else did we talk about? Oh yeah, we also talked about other exercises you can do, explosive pull-ups, explosive Aussie pull-ups, and again, it's all about like how big is your initial pull from your upper body down. So start your upper body, start going here, lower, lower, lower. You get to a point where you'll have spaceship pull-ups, which are legit just like, you know, up to your hips. After that, we talked a little bit about pull-outs, and again, this is like one of the exercises that will put a lot of the technical aspect together, just because it works on your diagonal getting away from the bar situation, and it also works on your timing. So here I do suggest you working with kip, you know, whether you are a beginner or advanced, or it doesn't matter, like you can do pull-outs with a kip, just because it'll clean up a lot of the timing and the motion that it comes with. Other than that, straight bar dips, a strengthening exercise, is amazing. It also gives you, you know, shoulder definition, chest, and it'll help you get over the bar with a lot more ease. If you start doing these, you know, just straight bar dips with a bit of more explosiveness, it will help you get over the bar a lot better. So that's an option there. Another part that I want to talk about are the negatives. So if you're doing straight bar dips, why just like let go? Work on that negative motion from here, your straight bar dip, down, slowly, 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 resist that motion, then let go. It's a little bit of muscle memory and helps you understand the motion of, you know, coming up and down over the bar. So that's very important there too. And then the bands, the Rubberbanditz, resistance bands, like I use them for so many things in terms of warm up, stretches, progressions, and even regressions. Sometimes when I'm training, I'm still using resistance bands. Why? Because I want to clean my form, because I'm tired that day and I really don't want to, like, you know, go through an injury just because, you know, my ego doesn't let me. So yeah, they're a great tool and I suggest you use them. So if you want to get some, I don't know, there's a link somewhere around here. This is one of the big important parts of the muscle up that I can't stress enough. Yes, it is a big milestone in your calisthenics journey. Yes, if you're a beginner, like that's what you look forward to. Like, yo, like I want to do a muscle up. That's what you want to do. Like, and I see a lot of people, you know, like getting injured doing muscle ups because they can't, like, you know, they're strong, but they can't put the technique together. Or I see a lot of people like struggling a lot and, like, you know, getting very demoralized because they can't, because, you know, just because, for example, like you're pulling the bar to here, you know, maybe you got everything else. Maybe you got the timing, maybe you got the activation, maybe you got the strength, but if the trajectory is up and down and you're not going away, then you're never going to go over. So, like, drop your ego, put that aside, and work on the muscle up the proper way, because at the end of the day, that's what will give you, something solid to work off. Too many people like to rush into things and think that calisthenics is like, an easy progression. Oh, I've been doing calisthenics for 6 months. I should be able to do a straddle planche. No. I've been doing calisthenics for 3 months. Why can't I do a muscle up? Have you practiced the proper technique and the proper strength? Have you put it together? Maybe not. Maybe yes, but you're missing a few things here and there. So don't rush into things. Like it takes time, it takes dedication, it takes, effort. And yes, for some people it comes easier than others, but that's life, and you gotta work hard, train hard, sometimes beaten, never defeated. Anyways, this is my little, explanation about the muscle up. I want you to use that other video as a reference, and then if you need more information, you can check this one out. And if you have any questions, hit me up. Like, subscribe, and don't forget to check all of our programs at bodybychosen.com.